Use your hopscotch. My OG told me don't trust that so fuck boys. Bloody knife.
How'd you come up with Goose though?
So what's funny is I was playing Call of Duty with my friends. I didn't die once. I didn't get a nuke, but I got like 22 kills, and I was like hyped. I thought I was gonna get a nuke, but I didn't. And he was like, "Damn, you dropped a goose egg on him though," and I was like, "That's because I'm the goose." When I started rapping, I was like, "Goose with a $sign for the S."
That's fire.
Yeah.
It's always been like that?
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
How long have you been making music, just in general, like lyric-wise?
First, it started off when I was like 14, something like that.
Yeah.
I would just like write poetry, but I'd never told anybody about it. I just wrote poetry on the way home from the bus. Sometimes I'd be bored, and like I'd be thinking all deep and stuff,
Right.
thinking like a deep little emotional teenager would, and I'd just start writing, and I'd be like, dang, this is kind of cool, cause I was real like. I liked English a lot, like my English class, poetry. So it started off like that, and then when I was like smoking with my friends and stuff, we would freestyle and stuff because we love rap music. So we would get high and freestyle.
Right.
And then I would like actually like everyone would be doing good. It was probably horrible at the time for all of us, but we would all be snapping. You know, like we would all be.
You guys would be finding flow.
Yeah, we would be flowing. We would be feeling it.
Prior, when you were writing like the poetry, were you ever like humming like melody to it, or did you even think that far? It was more of like lyrical.
Nah, it was
at
more
that
so
point.
just words.
Yeah.
It was just words. Everything was just words. And then, I mean, I guess it had rhythm to it to some extent because poetry has like a rhythmic pattern.
Yeah.
Like with how it goes, like A B C. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At first, no, not really. But after we started freestyling
Yeah.
and stuff, like there was a point in time where I was like, oh, let me try and find like a beat. Let me get a beat and start seeing if I can put my poetry to one of the beats.
Yeah. And making something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so, yeah, that's kind of where that started, everything. But I didn't actually start making my first song until, like, towards the end. Like, because I was also, damn, was I locked up when I was 15 or 16? Damn, I'm sorry.
You got locked up young?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
So wait, you been in jail once or twice?
I've been locked up, like, close to 7, 8, 9, somewhere around that range.
That's wild.
Definitely.
Is that just like rough childhood or like what, like just around the wrong people?
I was always kind of bad as a kid. I ain't gonna lie. Elementary school, I would be acting a fool.
Right.
I had a really rough ass childhood. I ain't gonna lie. It was. I'm not gonna say really rough. It was really rough. Like if you ask if my mom were to talk to anybody in my like close circle about like somehow getting a conversation about my childhood, she would be like,
Right.
yeah, Ben went through some shit.
Yeah.
You know. So like it definitely wasn't easy growing up. Like, but I didn't really realize it as that. I just saw it as the way I'm growing up. I'm like, okay, this is just life. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
this is just my life.
This is like the norm. You
Yeah,
know?
this
Like,
is my normal. You know what I'm
not
saying?
Abnormal for little kids like your age to be dealing with shit like that.
Yeah,
or
like-
whatever it was.
Yeah, like it started off like my parents had me when they was real young, so it was a mess on, you know, because I couldn't imagine having a kid at 17, bro.
That's insane.
When I was 17, I was tripping.
They were both 17.
Yeah, they were both born in '81. Yeah, I was always kind of acting up. I was always acting out, and psychologically, you would basically tie that to like, you know, the rough upbringing.
Did you understand like or have an interest for music before you and your friends started freestyling?
Oh, yeah.
Like you were still like interested. If you heard music, like you would go listen to.
Oh
it
yeah,
and-
I never forget when I was like 10 years old or 11, one of the two. I always, cause my parents listen to rap and stuff like that too. So like
old school hip hop.
yeah, like old school hip hop, like Eminem,
fire.
Tupac, 50 Cent, like all that stuff, and like Too Short, motherfucking I could keep going, bro. Too Short. I'm trying to keep thinking. Warren G, all that stuff, bro. Snoop. Outkast was a big one too. I'll never forget one of my first memories that I really, really have with music is I was obsessed with Hey Ya by Outkast.
Yeah.
As a kid, that was like,
I love that.
bro,
song.
that song, yeah, it's amazing, bro. It gets
Yeah.
on, you want to
It's
dance.
That song and I don't even know who's it's by, but it's like Jump Around. It's like get up,
Jump around. Yeah.
That song.
Yeah. That's a classic too.
It's like
Hell
the
yeah.
same era, I think.
Yeah,
But-
bro. I remember. I'll never forget like that and Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah.
That was my shit as a kid. As a little
That's
bro,
fire.
that was my shit for some reason when I was a child, like 3-4 years old. Like I'll never forget that. And so, and then I'll never forget like I watched 8 Mile, and I see memes about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like 8 Mile had me convinced as a kid that I was destined to be a rapper. Just and you look in the comments and it was like, bro, nah, we was just from a poor home.
No, we're just from the same parts, pretty much.
And bro, like, but I'll never forget. Like, I always thought, like, nah, that's not something I could do. That's not really achievable.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see myself doing that when I was a kid. I kind of want to be like a mechanic or a firefighter or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I
something
mean?
stable.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it at the time. For some reason, when I was in 5th grade, I was so sad. I was like, yeah, I want to be a mechanic. I'm gonna work on cars.
Work on cars, bro. Work in the shop. That
You
ain't
know?
bang.
One thing I'll never forget too, if you had Bright House, you would be able to go on Music Choice on Demand and watch music videos on the TV.
Right.
And so like they would have different artists on, and they had Waka Flocka No Hands on there, and I'd be playing that, watching the music video in my living room. My stepdad walked by and he was like, "What do you like about it?" Like he noticed. He was like, "Damn, he's vibing to this." He's like, "What do you like about it?" Like the lyrics, the beat. I was like, everything
Everything about it.
about it.
It was just the energy that it brought with it.
Yeah,
too.
and plus,
that
like-
stuff- hearing that shit out, I couldn't imagine at that time, like
Bro.
going out and hearing it.
And then you see in the video they bunch of bitches shaking ass and they hang there and they look like they having a ball. So I'm like, at the time, my little young ass couldn't comprehend that far, but I'm like, they having fun.
Yeah. So making music, you started making music. When did you pick up and show interest in making beats for it?
So at first, I started like acting like I wanted to make beats. I'll never forget. So I was probably like 21, 22. I was in my homeboy's apartment, or I was in my apartment, and he was making beats.
Right.
And he brought his laptop over. We were gonna make music, and I was like, "Yo, I want to learn how to make beats." And he tried to show me, and he was like, "Yeah, bro." And like all I did was pick out 4 cool melodies, like 4 cool samples, and
Yeah.
and we put it on. He did everything else. Like he did everything else, and I was like trying to keep up. I'm like,
He's like, yeah, bro, just watch me and like learn
And-
how to do it.
yeah,
But
and
you
he's
were
like-
like, bro,
he's explaining stuff though too. Like, bro, I'm talking about Dom. Dom was explaining stuff
Yeah.
too. Yeah, Dom's explaining stuff, and I'm just like,
he explains stuff in details. Dude.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
and
too.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
paying
like-
attention. It's nothing sticking with me. And I'm like looking at how complex this shit looks, and I'm like, first I'm thinking like, I was like, bro, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this.
Yeah.
And I went probably another. I in my mind I was like, yeah. I literally told him I was like, I don't know if that's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can understand that or get through that. And he was basically like, all right, bro. I think he tried to tell me like, nah, bro. Like you just got to give it some time or give it some thought, bro, and,
Yeah.
and you'll get it. And then. I started buying my beats, like exclusive rights to my beats. I spent so much money on beats. I spent probably like 2 bands
Yeah.
just on beats.
And like when you're spending this money on the beats, what are you seeing like in results of like the music? Like if you're rating yourself, even if you're looking at it, try to look at it in like an outside perspective during that time, where are you at in your music career? Like, do you say like the music that you are like investing into? Can you listen to it? Is it like good or is it?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like you would still like recommend and be like, yeah, bro, go check this out.
Yeah,
This is when I, like,
100%.
first started. Yeah.
Most of the beats that I really, really like bought, I literally would like that I bought exclusive rights for. I
Yeah.
tell people when I show them my music, I'm like, yo, listen to this album. This one is the one I'm most proud of. Like,
Right.
listen to these songs. You cannot go wrong.
Yeah.
And I know because like when I'll never forget. I was making Antisocial, the one we just shot videos for.
Yeah.
I was making Antisocial, and I'll
Nah, that
never
shit's
forget.
fire.
I finished it, and I walked out the booth, and I sat down there, and like we started listening to it, and Eric looked at me, and he was like, "Yo, did you buy this beat yet?" And
You paid for it?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
one of the
he,
beats.
yeah, I think I paid $400 for that beat.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was worth it, bro.
Yeah,
That
every
song is
penny.
insane, bro.
Every penny, bro. Every penny. That's when he said that to me. I was like, "Should I buy it?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "All right, bet."
Bet.
And that producer's actually from London. She blew up. She blew up for real, actually. She's from London, and this was like before she was like popping off and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now she's got like, I be following her and stuff like that, and like I be seeing she got like brand deals and stuff now. Shout out
wild.
Lollipop Beats, hardest beats. Shout out to my other homie, my other producer, my brother Dom.
Dom?
Babe.
Dom's my boy.
I can confidently say, bro, a lot of my songs wouldn't be shit without him, bro, because he
Yeah.
put so much stress. Like he would send me so many beats and be like, bro, just take them.
Bro, that one song you guys showed me that one time when we were shooting downtown, bro.
Never Fall, but
Nah,
no, that's
it's-
not
it's-
Beat 170.
it's
Beat
a song,
170 is a
though.
different
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, my bad. Beat 170 is a beat he made. Never Fall, me and him
Never
made together.
Fall, yeah, that one.
So that was like we made that beat together, and that was like right when I was really starting to get my hands.
On it
On-
and
on
actually
beats.
like giving interest into
Yeah.
it. So at that point, it kind of was like grasping your attention more.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is,
definitely.
like,
Well,
a
at that
little
point,
after-
I was fully invested in
Yeah.
So, what really kicked off beats for me, bro, is my old videographer Micah, bro. Micah was telling me because I was telling him I was like, bro, I'm trying to work with you on money for videos and stuff like that, but I gotta fucking buy these beats and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm spending money on beats and shit, and he would see me like stressed about it, like, and he'd be like, bro, just. He also like put the word in my ear, like, bro, just why don't you start making them? And I was like, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about it, but like, dog, I don't know.
It's a lot.
You know, Micah saw that, and he ended up having a laptop. He had bought a new laptop, and he had his old laptop, and he was like, bro, there's Logic on it.
Yeah.
He was like, start making your shit on this. And so I had that laptop for probably like 8 months to a year and a half before I ever actually really tried.
Really got yeah.
Really tried.
That's
and then
insane.
I made like one of my first beats when I was like 23. I was 24. I made probably my first like actual like set of like drum, hi-hat, kick, 808. That shit was probably out of key and so ass. Well, after that, it took probably about a year for me to really, really like dive into it. And I really wouldn't even say like, to be honest, bro, I really wouldn't even count most of my journey with production before my car crash.
Right.
Because after my car crash is when I really set up my BeatStars before my accident, but I only posted like 7 beats and I never posted anything yet. After my car accident, I was like, fuck that. Make beats, put your shit out there, sell it, and try to make that work.
Yeah. So going off of and talking about your car crash, that inspired one of your songs, another song that we shot for, Crash the Whip.
Yeah.
So going into that, that's a beat that you made, correct?
Yeah, that was the first beat I made once I got my cast off. And I immediately, like, once I heard the melody, bro, I was like, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. And then when you were recording that, I'm assuming it was just freestyle? When you were
No, that wasn't a freestyle. I wrote it. I wrote that whole song. I did freestyle some parts.
So I'm assuming you did the beat and then wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, like I was making the beat, and then as soon as I made the beat, I was like, oh shit. Like,
oh shit, I got something.
I gotta
right
write
here.
this right now. Yeah. Like,
and like nowadays, is that typically the same process that you use when you're like making music? Do you make a beat and then make lyrics with it later, or are you making lyrics and then finding a beat for it?
Nowadays, that's like, yeah, that's probably like, since my accident, that's probably the best way for me to write music. Is like when I'm making a beat, I immediately hear something to it, and then I can write a song to it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes though, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I got a secret stash folder where I just have a bunch of beats set up like aside. And like in my sessions, like you was there for my last session I did. That was a bust. That was not a good session. But I just pull up my folder and sometimes I'll just freestyle, depending on what headspace I'm in, really. It's weird.
That's fire.
Depending on what like energy I'm feeling.
When you're making all these beats, because you make beats daily.
Yeah. Well, not daily. I wouldn't say, I try to make them daily, but sometimes I like, for instance, Saturdays I work like 15-hour shifts, so I can't even.
With I noticed with TikTok, you're pretty consistent with posting TikTok, and if it's not daily, it's pretty much like.
No, it is every day. It's every day.
That's crazy. How long have you been doing that for?
So since November, I've been posting a beat every single day to my BeatStars and my YouTube, as well as my TikTok, my Instagram page, and my YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts and everything like
YouTube
that too.
Shorts too.
That's fire. And for all those beats that you're making and sharing, are all those like beats that you keep that you're able to use, or are you like profiting off of them? Are you selling them or giving them to like other artists?
It's really tricky.
Yeah.
At this point, because like you're pretty familiar with how like the need for marketing is very important to things like music or just anything in general, just whatever product there is. Marketing is a key role in its success. With my music, my whole entire time I've ever been making music, my problems have been with my marketing tactics. I'm not good at putting my music out there. And I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm not good at it. I just, for some reason, like, struggle with doing it. And then, like, I've even got past, like, certain anxiety. Well, I guess I can't say I haven't got past it because I feel like that's also the main thing that's doing is I have, like, a anxiety of, like, it used to be, like, being cringe. Now I kind of don't really give a fuck about that. Yeah. Like, I'm me. And if you think that's cringe, fuck you. I'm out here living my life, and I'm being happy. I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that played a pretty big factor in it. But now it's more so like just making the content.
Yeah.
Because like right before my accident, I was for like a month and a half posting a song every single Friday. And I was like, all right, bet. My plan was I'm going to post a song every single week. I'm going to go to the studio twice a month, 3 times, 4 times a month if I have to. And I'm going to at least come up with a song a week. And my engineer even advised me. He was like, bro, I don't think we should do that. Before you start releasing, bro, you're going to get to a point where you're going to get stressed, you're going to get burnt out, and you're not going to be able to make a song.
Yeah.
And he was so right because now I'm in a point. Fair. Yeah, I'm going through a writer's block right now where I'm struggling. Well, actually, I feel like I'm kind of breaking out of it, though. I'm not really profiting much. I'm not profiting shit off my beats right now. It's
Yeah.
basically I'm just putting them out there, and it's like this big portfolio of all this stuff I've done. If people want to buy a beat, they can go onto my BeatStars and lease it.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to get into a point where I'm like, okay, I have over 250 beats on my BeatStars page now,
Right.
and I've only sold one beat.
Mhm.
So
But in a way, like it depends on what you classify as like profiting, because like in a way you're profiting connection and networking of it.
Yeah,
Because like
you're 100%
even when
right.
people like use that beat, like for an example, you were just talking about that one beat you got off that one girl out of London.
yeah,
It's like you're still promoting her in that way, so
Fuck yeah.
technically you're profiting by making that connection, that networking.
yeah.
But I get what you're saying with the sense of like actually making money off of it, which is crazy because like, and it's hard to do. I've never done it, but I can only imagine it's hard to do because of how easy like copywriting is. You can literally copyright anything on YouTube, so it's like you share your beat, bro. Like everyone else can just get it without even like paying for it, and it's unless you have like, you know, you're putting good money towards it, you're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to copyright everyone, you know.
So yeah, YouTube has a guideline where like one of the things I struggle with sometimes when I'm making beats is the samples I'll use. I'll get samples that are royalty free, and you can use like all the samples I use are royalty free. I don't really jack samples.
Yeah.
I haven't really gotten to a good point of sampling yet to
Right.
do it. I can take stuff out of large loops and make something work with it. But I'm still learning as far as sampling goes. I really want to dive into that as a producer. That's like my next goal is to get good into sampling. Then I'm going to struggle with copyright issues and dealing with and people hitting me up, getting this took down. But I'll deal with that when it comes because I know the music that comes from it is
One
going to be
battle at a
so
time.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I know the music that comes from when I get to that stage is going to be so beautiful.
No, that's
But
fine.
YouTube does this thing where like when I'm uploading a beat, sometimes it'll say like, oh, if I've used the melody that someone else has used and already uploaded, YouTube will flag it sometimes. But I'm always able to like dispute it immediately.
Earlier, you started mentioning a little more into like the part of when you were saying of marketing wise of just creating like content and stuff, and you want to move more towards that. Tying it back to writing poetry at a young age to trying to get more into like the marketing side of things and actually even creating the beat now. What role does storytelling play in your creative process?
I say it plays a decent part. Like I'm pretty good at telling stories. Like I don't ever. The funny thing is I don't go out of my way to do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't go out. Sometimes I will. You know what I mean? But I feel like it does play a decent role in my creative process because like I find it hard to just rap about bullshit or just rap about. I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like to get down to some sort of like something. I know
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. That sounds kind of dumb. But I like to have some sort of sustenance in what I'm making, like whether it be like the topic or I like to keep it.
Or like
Pretty
even if it's
even.
just like a feeling or
Yeah,
something like that,
you know.
that you can deliver.
I feel like it's all storytelling at the end of the day for me. I feel like it does play a very big role in actually my creative process because everything's a story at the end of the day. Now, some people just go out there and drop one-liners and do that the whole way through, and that should be hard.
It's hard.
But, like, when it comes down to it, telling the whole story is, like, that's beautiful, bro.
It's more purpose driven.
Like, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this, bro. I definitely think the storytelling has a good role to do with it because when I was 21 and I was working at the Oyster Pub in Daytona, someone I was working with was
Yeah.
going through some shit. I could tell that they usually wouldn't be in like a like blank stare like mood. Like this person was
Yeah.
pretty like, up and at 'em like, moving and stuff, pretty happy person, Not to say that they just always got shit peachy keen, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was just out of character. And so I noticed it, and I was like, yo, what's up? At the time, I had a serious writer's block, too. You know what I mean? And they started explaining basically what was going on. You know what I mean? And, like, I was like, yo, like, if you don't mind, like, I'll, like, straight up make a song about it. If it helps you in any way. And I don't know what made me do that, but I was just like, yeah, like, I'll make a song about it for you. And, bro, I literally did that. And I sent it to them, and they were like, bro, I don't think you understand how much that shit helped me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to keep that with me forever. That shit truly helped me.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what song it was, too. It's not out at all. Like, I never got it mastered or nothing. Like,
Never released.
yeah, she ended up telling me, she was like, that shit literally, like, That shit helped, and it was just
Yeah.
this was just my homie. Like I just wanted like some creative inspiration.
Altogether, how long have you been making music for?
Dude, I've been making music since I was like a conscious, like actually making music. Like my first studio session was when I was 16, but I mean you can count the time before,
Mhm.
and a lot of people will because that does stand for something. But like my time taking it seriously is since I came home from prison. And even then, I still haven't been fully serious with it. Like, I've had a lot of lapses in life, you know, since then. Because it was hard to, like, come home and juggle everything at once in the middle of a pandemic. And that's also partly an excuse.
You
Cause
got out in 2020?
Yeah, I got
That's
out
crazy.
July 30th, 2020. It's almost been 5 years. It's also partly an excuse to say, like, why I haven't, like, made it yet. Because I could always put in more work.
Yeah. So, like, coming out in 2020, did you just go straight into making music? Or
Yes.
Because, like, you made music
100%.
before, so, like, I'm sure during that time of you being away, you were like, dude, I'm making music when
My
I get
first
out.
day out, I had a 5-hour
Yeah,
studio
you're
session.
like-
My first day out, I had a 5-hour studio session. I'll
That's
never
fire.
forget.
Did
Me
you
and-
release any of the music that you made that
Yeah,
time?
yeah. The first day, the first song I released from was, was it from? I think it, I want to say it was from that session. It's my song Traffic.
Traffic? Heard.
My song Traffic, and that's like a sample of Jocelyn Flores.
Yeah.
That's like I love that song. But I ended up ending it off saying like I don't want to be like X and get caught out in traffic.
Yeah.
My first day out, I'll never forget. My mom's picked me up, and my mom was sour about this because she wanted to spend time with me. She hadn't seen me in so long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She wanted me to spend the
And
day
you're
with
like,
the
drop
family.
me off at the studio?
She obviously knew I had stuff to do too, you know, but
Right.
she was willing to help me with whatever it was. She was like, whatever you need, I got you. And I'm like, Mom. And like, looking back on it, part of me, you know, because I love her so much, like, part of me would feel a little bad, but I was like, Mom, I'm going to the studio. I already have the session booked. Like, you can't stop me. Like, I'm going to get. I also had to go get my motel too, because I didn't have nowhere to go
Had
when
a
I came home.
studio fucking booked right first day out.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
for my first day out. Yeah, shout out to Dom, bro. He got that shit done for me, bro. Dom booked the session. I didn't pay for nothing. He literally pulled up, bro. I think there was 2 bottles of Hennessy. I got 6 songs done in that session too. I didn't miss a beat.
That's fine.
Like I didn't miss a beat. Like everyone thought that I was gonna come on back and be like messing up. But I was recording shit straight
was
through.
that feeling though? Like,
It was
of
amazing.
Being like enclosed and then to being able to be out again.
It was
Being able
weird,
to
bro.
See everything.
Crazy though too, cause I would just sit there in my room and be like, I can leave.
Go outside and do shit. bro?
Yeah, I can leave out that bitch.
What's been the hardest part about learning to produce so far? Like your own beats.
Making the melodies themselves. That's one thing I really want to get into doing is like making the melodies themselves and like really like starting from the ground up, just from a metronome and a BPM and a key. That's been my biggest challenge. Part of it was like a lot of that when I was really into like learn, like I'm still really into learning, but when I was like really doing all my research on beat making, my computer couldn't really support VSTs or nothing like that. My computer would just crash, the session would crash, so I couldn't really use no VSTs or nothing like that to where you know, and like Logic had the instruments on there, but like I didn't know what the hell to do with it. You know, and still to this day, like I can, like if I got someone in there with me, like Dom will tell you the same thing. Dom will be like, I struggle with making melodies. But Dom can do it. You know, he can make it happen. But that's one thing I wanna. That's the hardest thing. Is like
you need to expand.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing probably as a producer.
I
I'd say that and making music itself, cause I be so focused on the production part, like I forget to actually write songs. Like I'll sit there and make 10 beats and be like, boy, shut my computer and
like at the end of the day, it's like, damn, I don't have a song to be able to work towards.
Yeah, I'm like just dead. I'm like, I'm not even. My ears are fried.
This episode was dope though. Where can they find you on the internet?
So you can find me. You can find my Instagram. It's Trapgoose, TRAPGOOSE, and Goose Flockin, GOOSEFLOCKIN. That's also my TikTok. And then if you want to check my music out, it's just Goose with the $ for the S on all platforms. Oh yeah, I'm also posting beats every single day to my BeatStars. Talk to me, Goose.
And then what's some future projects they can expect from you?
Right now I'm working on an album. It's gonna come out. It's gonna take some time though. It's probably gonna be about another half a year to a year before that ball gets really rolling. But I'm looking at setting my sights on naming it Nobody Understands My Brain, or NUM for short. Yes sir, man. Check me out. Check out 386 Visuals, man.
We do it. We do it.
Yes sir.
All right, that's good.
I'm about to step in the ring.
for the fight of my life, hit my knees and I strap on my gloves. Boy, I've been prepping since like I was 7, and thing is I'm already covered in blood. Walking in love, this for the ones who been stuck in the mud, searching for hope. Trust me, I know what it feel like to drown in my problems, but God came and threw